taking self-portraits is actually a really fun thing to do, but there are a few things that you need to know in order to make them effective and keep them being fun, because once you start thinking about all the things you have to do to take a picture of yourself effectively and efficiently with your camera, and if you don't know the tools and necessary things, it can get a little hectic, and you like, all right, I just don't want to do this anymore. But with these 3 simple tools that I'm about to tell you about, you'll really be able to do it a lot easier, have a lot more fun, and enjoy yourself while doing it. Number 1, remotely operating your camera. Number 2, lighting. And number 3, editing. If you saw the 10 for 10 series, 10 tools in 10 days, let's talk, you saw that I did a self-portrait section using Envato and using these 3 simple tools. Let me walk you through the first-hand look of how I created these self-portraits right here. All right, let's hop right into it. Very simple setup. I'm using continuous light because there's no need in using flash at home or any type of strobe, because I'll be pretty close to it. I'll talk about light proximity as we get a little further away, but I'm just setting up the set how I want this look to look. So that's basically what's happening right here. You see it's a bunch of stuff all over the place everywhere, but when you creating stuff, sometimes a lot of stuff is all over the place everywhere. So basically, I'm using a Nanlite FS150 with the 90 centimeter softbox, the Z6 or Z7 II with the 28 to 75 mil lens on. Since I'm using Nikon, I'm using the SnapBridge app. So the SnapBridge app has everything you need in it in order to take pictures of yourself, self-timer, settings, all the fun stuff. Really key point in using these apps is being able to set your settings how you want them, from your ISO, your f-stop, your shutter speed, and even being able to control your white balance the way you like it to get the image you want. Without having to go back and forth between the camera and setting self-timers, you can just watch your framing right in your hand as you see me doing here, just being able to get yourself in the position that you want to be in. Once you've done all the key things, now you're able to say, oh, let me look at these images while I'm standing here, while I'm in front of the camera, before I move, so that if I need to change anything, I'm able to do that here. Using the Nanlite FS150 as a continuous light is important because I can always see my exposure and not have to check between strobe and continuous. The key to feathering this light was to keep it off of me, as you see in the diagram here, so that I can keep all the light off of the background and I could just have it feathered on myself. Like I was saying, using a COB light is a lot easier than using a strobe in this situation, because I'm able to see what I need to see throughout the app and know that the exposure is the way I like it throughout the shot. Now, it's really important for you to get your proximity of yourself to the light correct, because as close as the light is to you, as you know, you'll create more or less shadows by the inverse law. Y'all know the fun, scientific stuff. But the closer the light is to you, the softer the light will be. And I was probably no further than 8 to 10 inches away from the light. And then with it being feathered, allowed that light to pass across my face smoothly and evenly into a nice roll off, as I'll show you the image here. Let's talk about the editing process. I'm using Envato. Envato is an AI-based editing software with all the natural things that you need to edit with, from your basic tools all the way through like skin retouching. So it's basically like a Lightroom and Photoshop mixed together, and they had the baby called Envato AI, and so as that baby showed on the screen. But being able to use this has really sped up my workflow, especially for like self-portraits.
As I was creating self-portraits, I'm running through Envato right now, and they have like styles and looks to get you started. So I'm just kind of playing around right here, seeing what I like in order to get me started. But after that, I just started going into my natural editing flowing process of how I like the image to look. Now, as I'm editing these images, there are things that are going through my mind, ways of editing that I've learned, I've taught myself in so many different things. But as I'm just working through the slider, I'm cleaning up things like being able to see the roll off between highlights and shadows across my face, because I kind of wanted the image to fade to complete backness, fade to complete darkness in the background as you see the light moving through my face. And as you see here, Envato has all the editing tools you need. So it's not just like an AI based editing software, it's like an AI assistant editing software when it comes to your skin retouching. As you see, my skin to become smoother, but there's still texture there, bringing down and increasing and brightening and de-wrinkling and all the tools that you could use and need for your base level of editing. I still go in Photoshop and do some things as well, but to get you started, to speed up your workflow as a creator, as a photographer, Envato, hey, look, I'm I'm down for it. All right, let's get to the main images. This is what I got from this shoot. Um, if you hadn't already, remember, subscribe, like, and click the bell for more videos coming in the future.